Hey there, book lovers.
And welcome to the Sisterhood of the Steamy Reads, where two sisters dive headfirst into the world of spicy romance.
I'm Blondie.
And I'm Mare, and if there's one thing we love, it's a book that brings the heat.
From the slow burns that make you swoon to the downright scandalous reads that leave you blushing.
We're here to break it all down with hot takes, steamy plot recaps, and plenty of laughs.
No trope is off limits, no book is too spicy. Whether you're a seasoned romance reader
or just dipping your toes into the world of smutty fiction, we've got you covered.
So grab a drink,
get cozy,
and
let's talk spice. Hello!
Welcome back, everybody.
Holy moly, has it been a long time?
It's been a grip, dude. Everybody's dying for this episode, I'm sure.
I know, but with like family life, vacations, and like work life, we've been gone.
I know.
We're
been
major.
busy, all. I'm
sorry,
so sorry,
guys. It's summertime. What can we say? Life
We're
gets
busy.
busy. All right. Ready to hit this?
Yeah, let's hit it. I'm Blondie. I'm your spice connoisseur, and I love morally questionable men for sure. And I always think I can fix them, but I definitely cannot. So,
and I'm Mare, your resident trope tracker and professional overanalyzer. And I'm the friend who will recommend every 5-star read.
And welcome back to season 2, episode 3 of the Sisterhood of the Steamy Reads.
Today we're diving into Game On by bestselling author Navessa Allen. And it's the third book of the Into Darkness series.
I think it's her last book in this one, right?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a trilogy, so I think she's wrapping it up with this one. Maybe. Yeah. You never know.
I don't think there's any more characters.
Well, I just found out the other day that one of my favorite book trilogies is no longer a trilogy. There's like 2 additional books in it.
What?
They're like side character offshoots, but it's part of the same universe. So now it's no longer a trilogy, it's a series.
What book is that?
It's the hold on, I gotta think about it. It's the Discovery of Witches one. Oh. It's the All Souls trilogy, but it's no longer a trilogy because she's written 2 more books.
Oh, got it.
Gotcha. It's by Deborah Harkness. It's also a fantastic television show as well. But either way.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Either way, long story short, random tangent over.
Okay.
Hopefully this stays a trilogy, but you never know.
You never know. All right. Before we dive in, everybody, let's listen to those trigger warnings.
Yep. Here we go.
Content and trigger warnings for Game On by Navessa Allen. Game On is a dark rom-com with heavy themes. Gambling, alcohol and drug use, needles in tattooing, play club, mentions of the Mafia and their crimes, mentions of serial killers, food insecurity, food restriction, blackmail, bullying, coercion and threats, chronic illness and pain, violence, descriptions of a car accident remembered, amputations and discussion of surgery, hospital setting, child abuse and neglect remembered, head trauma, cheating remembered, murder discussed,
they're really long
kidnapping,
list.
hit and run, car accident, explicit sex, including multiple partners and anal, cum play, brat play, orgasm denial and edging, and death of a parent. If any of these are triggering, we ask you to stop listening now. Your mental health matters.
Okay.
All right. Well, now that
we don't like any of those, just go ahead and turn us off now.
Well, the thing is that if they've read the other 2 books of the series, none of this should be surprising whatsoever.
Right.
All right, here we go. Let's hit that book summary so everybody knows what we're talking about.
Sounds great.
Goodreads summary. Game On by Navessa Allen, Book 3 of the Into Darkness series. I hate that woman. Tyler Newman has spent years looking for his father, and not because he wants to meet him. No, he wants to destroy him, and he'll manipulate whoever he can to exact his revenge, including Stella McCormick. She's everything Tyler hates. Her wealth and privilege have protected her for her entire life, and Tyler thinks it's time she finally paid the price, whether she's ready to or not. I hate that man. Stella might not believe in love at first sight, but loathing at first sight? No question. From the moment she sets eyes on Tyler in her tattoo parlor, she knows he's the devil planning to make her life hell. Forced to play the part of his girlfriend and invite him into her family's glittering circles, Stella quickly clocks Tyler's ulterior motives. But love and hate are two sides of the same coin, and soon she doesn't know which is being blackmailed by a man who wants to ruin her, or that they can't seem to keep their hands off each other.
Alrighty then.
Okay. There you have it.
That's intense. That's a really long one.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
All right.
Yeah,
Now that we've done all that, let's hit
And all of that.
Let's hit our housekeeping duties, shall we?
Yes. Come hang out with us between episodes, everybody. You can follow us on TikTok at the Steamy Sisterhood for book recommendations, behind the scene content, and of course, plenty of laughs.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel at Sisterhood of the Steamy Reads, where you'll find our full video episodes and bonus content and more.
And descriptions in the description boxes of every episode has
Oh.
lots of info.
Oh yeah, there's tons of stuff in our description boxes.
You can also listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Be sure to follow us wherever you get your favorite pods.
And don't forget to like, comment, share, and hype us up. It's free.
Free.
Every interaction helps us find more book lovers and discover our fun sisterhood.
Yes. Tag us when you finish Game On. We'd love to hear your thoughts. We want to know if you're rooting for Tyler, for Stella, or if you're just here for the revenge and all that delicious spice.
Right?
All right, let's dive into this.
All right, are we ready to hit this first segment?
Hit it.
All right. Oh.
We're not random tangenting
We're
just yet,
we're
everybody.
just random tangenting everywhere. It's just happening.
So,
I'm going to throw up the author pick real quick while we
Yeah.
discuss the book so everybody can see
I
what.
feel like her hair is much longer now, but
Oh, it's totally different on her TikTok, but I couldn't.
yeah, it's
This
fine.
is like the best photo of her online. So, but Navessa's got a fabulous TikTok. Like she's very active there. You should check her out.
She is, yeah. So Game On is book 3 in the Navessa Allen's Into Darkness series, following Lights Out and Caught Up. So if you haven't watched, if you haven't listened to or read those two books, get it done. Well, Tyler and Stella get their own story in this one. We're still very much in the world of Lights Out and Caught Up, which we already know and we've gotten to love. This time we're following Tyler and Stella. Tyler comes into Stella's life with an agenda. Revenge, bitches. And unfortunately, Stella, she becomes part of that evil plan. His brilliant idea is to, I was going to say something completely different and then maybe had a brain fart, so I'm really, really sorry. So,
Hey, brain farts are totally allowed. It's hard to give a description of like the whole, like a summary of the book without giving away all like what happens.
yeah.
Because we do want you guys to like, the idea is we give you enough information if you haven't read the book to entice you to read the book.
Yeah.
And if you've already read the book, it's kind of like fun girls' night, hanging out, chatting about some of the crazy shenanigans in the book.
Yeah, just a reminder, we don't break down every chapter by chapter. That's not this podcast. If you're looking for that,
Those podcasts do exist though.
they do, yes.
But
that is not
our
us.
our podcast focuses on one book per episode. And like I said, we hit the high points and we go a little
we
bit.
talk about it like if we were talking about it with each other.
Yeah. And then we go a little bit more in depth with like the spicy scenes and stuff because
Yeah.
those were subscriber requests. And again, we welcome all constructive criticism. So anyway,
Yeah.
moving on.
All right. His brilliant idea is to blackmail Stella into this fake relationship where he can get closer to the people he is after. Because doing everything the easy way isn't really Tyler's thing. So he's going to make this difficult. Stella, however, is absolutely not going quietly, and she's not going to play along very easily. She pushes back, gives Tyler just as much shit as he gives her, and pretty quickly starts screwing with the control he thinks he has over the situation. Because she's a badass.
Yeah, this book is pretty fun. And then we have AJ, Stella's ex, and a professional hockey player. He's not just some random third guy dropped into the story. He has history with Stella. Unfinished feelings are still there. And his relationship with both Stella and Tyler become a major part of what this story eventually goes. This is where Game On really feels like part of the Into Darkness series, and it's but yet also a completely its own story as
Mhm.
well. So here we're getting a new romance, but we're also getting to come back to the larger friend group and the
Mhm.
world we've already become really attached to, which makes this feel like the next chapter. What begins as a revenge, blackmail, and fake dating eventually becomes something much messier once Tyler's feelings for Stella get involved.
Ooh.
And AJ becomes part of the equation as well. So,
Ruh-roh.
yeah.
Is
And
that called a thruple?
it's that or it's a threesome or menage a trois.
Ménage à trois?
Anyway, so Tyler starts learning that the revenge story is built around his entire life or the history that he thought he had isn't the whole truth. So things start unraveling. It's pretty decent. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, so let's hit those first parts of the discussion, shall we?
Yes. What was your first impression of Tyler?
Ooh, Tyler? I would say that like he's kind of a cocky asshole if you want to know the truth. He kind of seems like a dick cuz remember we're introduced to him in the first book. He is Josh's roommate from Lights Out. So he's kind of like
But he also hooked Josh and what's her butt up
he helps Josh and Allie get
because
together.
he slept with Allie first.
That's right. Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot about that part. But like again, he kind of like in that book you don't know much about him other than he's like fiercely protective of Josh, but like in this book you definitely get more of his attitude and he's definitely like a cocky dick.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't mind the puns. They're totally intentional. What was your first impression of Tyler?
I would say my same thing. He's just kind of like a cocky a-hole. I don't know.
That's so
staring at him.
original.
Yeah, no. I mean, and he's kind of like a mystery in the second book. And then you aren't quite sure, where this is going to go. I feel like when we started the third book.
Yeah, that could definitely
So
be a thing.
hanging on the hook. We're live right now. Thank you. My husband busting in. Not
See, the on-air sign it doesn't matter. It's
Ugh,
okay. Hey, we have
unbelievable.
lives and people, so as much
right.
as we wish we could have a quiet studio, but things have to continue. Anyway, did Tyler and Stella's banter work for you right away? Do you think?
I think Stella's banter and her humor. I think I always fall into I fall in love with Navessa Allen's female characters. I think that she purposely writes them so that you do.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I think that I mean, Navessa Allen's characters always have banter. So I didn't I didn't think that the banter was bad. This book definitely had a different vibe to it compared to the first two. Like the first one was definitely much more comedic. The second one
Yeah.
definitely got way more serious and like spicy and all that good stuff. And this one definitely feels it feels like the end kinda, but the vibe is very different. I don't know how to explain how I felt about it. What do you think?
I mean, wait, are we still on this
We're on the
question?
second one. We're on the banter. And I was asking what you thought about the vibe. Because their banter worked, but it was
Yeah.
definitely a different.
It was different. It was a different vibe for sure. But I feel like it was slightly predictable.
Okay. So what surprised you most when you first got into Game On? Into this book? What surprised you?
The Stella character I think surprised me the most. So she's kind of like a um, you know, trust fund baby, but on her own. And you're not quite sure why, but she's got good humor, and her mom's pretty funny and loves her no matter what. I really
Yeah.
liked. What about you? What surprised you the most?
Because I never read or listen to like obviously I listen to it on Audible, so if the trigger warnings start going, I skip past them because I don't want any spoilers. I want to be totally surprised. So, um, again, I was kind of because I'd read blurbs and stuff, so I knew it was about Tyler, like Josh's roommate. You
Yeah.
kind of got that feeling at the end of Caught Up too. You kind of knew where
Yeah,
it
she
was
kind of
going,
lined it up for that.
and she like introduced the characters at the end of that book. So I don't know. I think what surprised me most was I wasn't ready for the thruple situation.
Ah.
That kind of threw me off a little bit.
So this is a good question for that. When AJ starts becoming more important to the story, were you here for it, or are you thinking, sir, we already have enough going on?
I could have, well, let's put up our fabulous AJ on screen. And thank you to all the amazing people on the internet that I got their character images from because I did not have time to create my own. So, again, all those credits will be given in the description box below. Check it out. Um, I mean, it's not particularly my favorite aspect of the book. I don't mind the thruple aspect. I don't mind the why choose
Yeah.
aspect. I usually do like why choose, but this didn't really feel like why choose. It felt like a thruple.
Yeah.
And I don't and I'm probably not gonna like say this right. I think is that polyamory when there's like
I have no idea. Don't ask me.
I have no idea either, but I've just that's not my bag, I guess.
Yeah.
Not my
my
favorite
bag,
thing.
baby.
What about you?
I mean, I had but that's how I felt about it. You know, I don't think he was a major aspect of the story, so I don't know if I really thought anything of it. I just thought, okay,
He was really just there for the spice factor.
yeah, he was just added in there as the added part of
And maybe
the good
that's why
sex.
I was just like, because I felt like
Well, he didn't play a big role.
he didn't play a big role, but he felt for me, he felt shoehorned in a little bit, unlike what we were saying at the beginning where
Yeah.
he plays a bigger role. He felt a little forced to
Yeah.
me. But who gave you the bigger this person is trouble vibe? Tyler, Stella, or AJ?
Maybe Tyler, because he was kind of being mysterious and
KG,
yeah, he's a bit dodgy at the beginning there.
right? I would agree with you. I think it was Tyler. So, but be honest, if you had to spend one night with Tyler, Stella, or AJ, who are you picking?
Is this one night like just hanging out having fun, or one night like
It's
boinking?
whatever you want to do.
I
It doesn't.
mean-
We're not specifying what. I mean, what would you choose to do? It's Fantasyland, remember?
I mean, if I were just hanging out, I'd probably hang out with Stella because she'd probably give me a rad tattoo.
That's true. Stella would be fun to chill with.
Yeah.
But then you have to think if you're just hanging out, would you rather hang out with Tyler because there's a better chance he might go hang out with his friends, and then you get to hang out with then you get to hang out with Josh and Allie and Junior and oh, I can't remember her name.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either.
No,
I don't know, but I think if I
Stella
was
would
just
still be-
chilling, I think it would be Stella.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
All
right.
right.
I guess we have to move on now. Are you guys ready? Because here it comes. All right. We're hitting up the spicy breakdown. All right. So, what would you, because we got to get our chili peppers ready. What would you rate the spice in this book? Or do we want to go over the spice vibes and then rate it?
Let's do the spice vibes first. Let's try something different.
Okay.
So Tyler and Stella's spice matches their personalities: competitive, teasing, dirty, and a little ridiculous. That's for sure. And there's a lot of power play, especially once the femdom brat dynamic comes into play, which
We'll talk about that.
we'll talk. Yeah. I think that's what made the scene stand out more than anything else is their bedroom dynamic actually feels like an extension of how they act with each other everywhere else.
Yeah, we also got plenty of control, teasing, edging, orgasm denial, praise, and the constant battle over who's actually running the show, which made it for fun.
Yeah.
The AJ, and then AJ changes things up later when we get into the multi-partner dynamic, which again, we spoke a little bit about already, but we'll get more into it. I think for me, I think this is like I'm gonna call it like a 3. I'm gonna do my spicy as a 3.
Oh, all right.
Just
I
because
think it
like
gets
I
a
don't
3
think
too. I don't think it's super spicy personally.
no, it's not super spicy. I think she definitely toned it down in this book compared to Caught Up. I feel like Caught Up was way
Yeah.
spicier. I think we rated that one like a 4.
There's a
I
little
can't
knife
remember.
play and
Knife Play was in Lights Out.
oh yeah. I kind of get them all
Caught Up
confused.
was
It was the
the
middle
play
one
club
with the play club. And I think that's what made it more spicy, right? Because it was the voyeurism and the play
and the
club and
exhibitionism and like
she was a
them
cam girl. So
like the spice was more front and center in
yeah.
Caught Up versus this one. It's not as much and there's less spicy scenes. Um so yeah. Do we want to hit that spice tracker?
What do you mean?
Well, we have the
Oh,
option to do the
oh,
spicy scene tracker. Oh, and your spice is lighting your face on fire when you leaned over. All right. Goodbye, spicy chili peppers. All right, so we agree that this was a 3. So we're gonna hit that spice scene tracker. This is by subscriber request that we break down the spicy scenes. So we give the chapter number that it's in, usually on a timeline if there's flashbacks, which there are no flashbacks really in this, so we're going to skip over like whether or not it's present day. We'll say who the point of view is from and then we'll rate the scene itself and we'll give a quick synopsis of what happens and then a quote and then move on. So here we go with our spice scene tracker.
ooh, am I going first?
I mean, sure.
Okay. This happens in chapter 5. 5. This is the first, I cannot talk. The first scene between the two of them. It's like a 2 on the spicy scale. It's not super spicy. So Tyler initiates this scene by touching Stella's ankle and sliding his hand up her leg before pulling her towards him. But then, to give you a little background there, this is like when they first meet, yeah, in the tattoo parlor, and she's sizing him and like placing a tattoo that he's requested. She's not actually tattooing yet. So he kind of pulls her close, and then she just straddles him on his lap, and he kind of grips her, pulls her close to him, and they have a nice mutual rough open mouth kiss during this time. There's a little bit of grinding and on one another and
It's a pretty
some
steamy makeout
verbal
session, I feel like.
degradation. Yeah.
It's pretty good
Yeah,
makeout
it's a good
session.
it is. It's rudely interrupted
Of
before
course.
all of her clothes come off by her coworker that walks in.
Awesome.
Do you have a quote for this?
I don't have the sound, so you have to read it.
Okay.
Are you going to read
Yeah, I
the
was
quote?
reading it first so I didn't fuck it up.
Wow.
said-
So much language.
Yeah. Who said this who said this has anything to do with us liking each other?
And that was Tyler.
Yes, that was Tyler that said that to her.
All right. We're skipping ahead. I don't have pictures for every scene or necessarily sound quotes for every scene, but we just happen to have a picture for that one. All right. Scene 2, chapter 11. I give this again another spice reading about a 2. It's again another heavy makeout session. So as Tyler pulls Stella onto the hood of Cordelia's car and moves between her legs to fake a makeout session so they won't get caught tampering with it because Stella was trying to jack with Cordelia's car, which was pretty funny.
Yeah.
So she wraps her arms around him, parts her lips, and when he traces his mouth with his tongue, Tyler kisses her back. The fake kiss quickly turns to something real and angry and rough.
Yeah. Earl.
She bites Tyler's lower lip hard enough to break his skin, which immediately makes him excited. And they're getting all hot and heavy, and then they stop when a passing couple drives by. So again, another heavy makeout session with interruption. And the quote is, "Her tongue traced the seam of my mouth."
Yummy.
Yeah, we're it's the it's building, as you can tell. Goes from
Yes.
one makeout scene to another.
All right. This is our third scene in the book, and this is in chapter 17. We gave this like a 2.5. See, I mean, they're not super spicy in this book, which is
Yet.
fine.
Yet.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So this happens in the hallway at Cordelia's house during like one of their many parties they go to. Tyler lifts Stella and pins her up against the wall as she wraps her legs around his waist. He presses himself into her through her clothes, and Stella deliberately rolls her hips against him just for the teasing aspect of it. Because they hate each other, remember? They're not supposed to be into this.
Yeah, they're fake dating.
They're fake
Like
dating.
she's being blackmailed and forced into this, and yeah, so it's like a hate sex, but not really, but yet it is.
Yeah, it's anger sex. They're I don't know. So their banter becomes explicitly sexual, and Tyler threatens to use his mouth/dick to shut her up, while Stella continues to challenge him. Which I love that she did this the whole time. He slides his hand between her and starts touching her through her thin dress, kind of getting her a little more worked up. And then Julia interrupts them from the doorway down the hall, and it abruptly ends.
They constantly get cock blocked.
They do. They do for a
But
while.
that's the whole idea. Is this is supposed to? I think she's trying to make it a little bit more of a slow burn versus the last book.
Yes. So Stella says, "You're offering because you're desperate for me, aren't you?" Oh, hi. Hi.
I know. Don't you just love to be on camera?
Yeah,
All
now
right.
you got to do you. on
I
camera.
will. All right. So, hello there. All right. So this is where the first real big spicy scene hits. Yeah, I'm gonna give this one like a 4 to 5 spice rating. It's chapters 20 and 21, so it starts in one and drags into the other. So what happens is, um, they're in AJ's childhood bedroom. Stella, Tyler, and AJ agree to a threesome, kissing and touching, and escalate as they undress, with Tyler removing Stella's dress and touching her and all that good stuff. Stella worships AJ, while Tyler takes control by gripping her hair, and Tyler and AJ also kiss and get little freaky with each other in the touching aspect. Um yeah, basically there's a whole lot of her in between both of the dudes. I don't want to go into too much detail. It makes it fun. She explicitly asks to be between the men, and AJ takes her from one side.
What is it called? Is it an Eiffel Tower?
I don't know. Do you know?
Yeah, it's an Eiffel Tower.
I'm going to have to Google this because I may read a lot of spicy books, but I don't necessarily know all the terms.
Yeah, they Eiffel Tower her.
No, they don't.
Yes.
Only AJ takes her from one way and the other guy does something different.
Yeah, that's called an Eiffel
Oh,
Tower.
damn it. I really have to do research on this now. Jeez. All right. Long story short, everybody enjoys themselves and climaxes in the end. And here's the quote, and it's from Tyler. It's, "What the fuck have we just done? And why was I so desperate to do it again?"
Oh.
So I'm glad there's
Okay.
your turn.
Scene 5, chapter 25 and 26. This is the hottest scene. This is a 5 out of 5. So this happens in the shower after kind of a crazy night at one of their parties. And it's initiated by Stella. She initiates by kissing Tyler and making him get naked with her. And they grind against each other. They're like at this point, like into it, right?
Well, yeah, they're not really hating each other anymore because now it's just they're getting down.
They're getting down dirty. So they move to the bedroom and it continues. And they kind of watch each other in the mirror. And some nipple play and breast play, and Stella explicitly asks Tyler for some rough sex. So that's confirming she wants it. So Tyler helps himself, if you will.
Oh, and this
And
is
they,
where some of the brat play comes in, isn't
yeah,
it? No, a little of the femdom. This is where she does a little bit of dominatrix stuff.
yes. She climaxes and then praises Tyler by calling him a good boy,
Right.
triggering his climax, and they both are done. So afterwards, they're kind of cuddling and teasing, a little anal teasing, if you will. And he traces a message on her back and their combined fluids.
Ew.
Yeah, yum.
Gross.
And he can,
So nasty.
and she gets off on that again. So we got that going for her. So,
This is kind of funny though.
yeah. So the quote from Tyler is, if this is the one night we have together, I want you to know I want to know you fell asleep with my words on your skin. That's why he wrote it on her back.
But it gets really good because
Yeah.
after like he leaves and she's there.
She's like, okay, I got to figure out what he wrote. So,
So she
she
goes
runs downstairs to her studio.
Yeah,
her
to the tattoo
studio.
parlor because she lives above it, and turns on a black light.
Yeah.
And and what does he write on her back?
Fuck you.
It's so good.
Stella's like, fuck you. And then
Oh,
she
yeah.
tries calling him, and Tyler answers and he says, wow, I was sure you'd wait at least a day before begging for it again, but I guess you're more obsessed with me than you realized.
Like he's again cocky dick,
Yeah, for sure.
but it's pretty good. Like that one's pretty funny. And then I think we're into this is where we get into the brat dynamic. Okay, so scene 6, chapters 33 and 34. Obviously, we're seeing a pattern. Navessa really likes making her spicy scenes last 2 chapters,
Ish.
apparently.
Yeah.
So
Who
in this
doesn't?
one, it's definitely a 5 out of 5. They're in a roadside hotel room. Tyler kneels and offers himself to Stella for punishment. They establish their brat, sub, and dom dynamic, including degradation and orgasm denial. So there is definitely there's some things happening in this one. Stella orders Tyler to get down on his knees and worship her and stops him when he disobeys. So this is definitely like a whole lot of brat dom dynamic
Yeah.
all throughout this entire situation. And it obviously escalates further into full on adult relations. Where she controls the pace while forbidding him to move, speak, or climax. So Tyler deliberately uses a nickname that she absolutely despises, which makes her punish him. So again, he's being a brat on purpose so that she'll punish him. So there's definitely a lot of that happening. She continues to punish him by self-satisfying herself and not allowing him to do anything. And then when she finally does give him permission, he takes over and it's pretty quick and over fast.
Yeah. He's
Because
been teased that whole time.
there's a lot of teasing and orgasm denial. So his quote for this one is, I'll do whatever you tell me to. The worse, the better.
Ooh.
Like that one is definitely, I would say, that one's a really spicy scene.
Yeah.
That one for me is one of the better ones, I think. Next to the shower, probably.
Yeah.
All right, you got the last one, and then we'll wrap up this whole section.
So scene 7 for us is chapter 37. And this happens in AJ's penthouse bedroom. And this is where the throuple, I think, really starts. And they do a little DP for the first time. And they
I had
all
to think
enjoy
about
it.
that for a minute. I had to think about that one for a minute.
Yeah. So pretty much it's Tyler and AJ both pleasuring Stella and enjoying. They all three enjoy each other.
I think that's all you really need to say.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the finale
Sex
spicy
scene.
It's
It's really good.
Yeah, it's the finale spicy scene.
And it's rough and it's fun.
Yep.
And Stella's quote from this one is, "I feel like a fucking goddess."
Which, if I guess if you had two guys worshiping you at the same time, you should feel like a
Yeah, you
goddess.
should be.
All
Yeah,
right. So should
digging
we
it.
hit those mini host questions real
Yeah,
quick? All right.
which scene had you thinking, okay, I was not expecting that.
The very first MFM scene,
Okay,
which
at the
for people
party.
that don't know, MFM means male, female, male, like together.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I was not expecting that. That kind of caught me off guard. What about you?
I concur.
That's too easy of an answer, but all right, fine.
I'm sorry.
Did the femme don brat dynamic work for you, or is that not normally your favorite like spice trope?
We haven't really seen it in a book lately. So it was kind of fun. It was different.
It's definitely new. I would agree with
Yeah.
that. Like,
I liked it. I mean, I liked it to that point that it broke up the monotony of just like,
the same old we get in every book.
yeah,
Not
for
that every
sure.
book is the same, but
Yeah.
like that's definitely one I've never read before.
Yeah, I liked it.
So it was interesting.
It's different.
So
And when AJ officially joined the fund, were you like on board with it, or did you have to have the book convince you?
I definitely had to have the book convince me. Like again, it's not always my favorite thing. Like I've read other books with the MFM like dynamic, but it was more of I think the last time I read it, well, we'll be talking about it in later episodes because it's part of a series we already started, but the first time I read an incident like that, it was more of the men were trying to get the woman to choose between them. And
Oh.
apparently doing it together made the decision even more difficult for her.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that.
You know which book I'm talking
Yeah,
about now.
I do.
So that's the first time I ever encountered it. So that situation is totally different than, well, that was in a fantasy world with fairies and stuff versus this one is contemporary, consensual, kind of like a little bit of a throuple,
It's a relationship.
yeah, situation that they have going on. So, I definitely wasn't like ready for it. So it was new for me, which
Yeah.
again, it's always good to have a little something new in the spice
Yeah, I think it
department
was
when you're
good.
reading these books because again, sometimes they get a little repetitive.
Yeah.
So, all right. Anything else we want to say before we move on to the next segment?
No, let's hit it.
All right, here we
Hit
go.
It, hit it. I don't know if that's playing our sound or not.
Do you want me to hit it again?
Breakdown.
Well, it's the darkness breakdown either way.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. What are you going to rate this?
It's
Or do
not-
we want to do, yeah, let's do our ratings first.
Yeah, it's not very dark. I maybe give this a 2.
Yeah, I think I'm giving this like a 2 as well. Like there's some darkness. Well, here, let's say why we're giving it that.
Yeah, so the revenge that Tyler's, got going on for this dude that's in Stella's life and her parents' life. And then there's Tyler's history. He grew up poor and experiencing food insecurity. I mean, I don't really find those super dark themes, but the blackmail and coercion, okay, yeah, it's a little more.
Ooh,
Was that some thunder?
that's a major thunder. We're going to have a
And then I think
storm.
grief. I think grief plays a role, with Tyler. A lot of his anger comes from his mom's death and resentment he holds for
Yeah.
that.
I mean, like I said, Stella's got a little bit of a they both have history, basically.
Yeah.
Like he's got history with his mom and his daddy issues with the abandonment. And Stella's got history with growing up wealthy, but then like had an incident in her teenage years, which caused issues. Plus she's got like a chronic illness and pain. There's some like, I can't believe that this is actually going to come out of my mouth. There's some light kidnapping.
It is like kidnapping.
But it's not like throw her in a throw her in a truck and gag her. It's like Tyler, who she already knows, like forces her to go somewhere she's not doesn't necessarily want to go to, but it's not really like, again, it's like kidnapping if there could be such a thing.
Yeah, I think so.
And then there's like a car accident and stuff. Like, again, nothing super dark. So I'm putting up, I agree with you. I'm giving it like a 2 because 1 is like 0 darkness basically, or none, and 2 is like
Semi
there's some mentions here and there throughout the book that would give it that. So
dark
that's,
themes ish.
yeah, some light dark themes. Mild dark themes. There we go.
Mhm.
Mild dark themes. So I give it a 2 as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Because of that, did Tyler and Stella come from because Tyler and Stella come from completely different worlds, did knowing their histories change how you saw them? Either way?
Not really. Like, I guess I'll save that part for later. I'll save what I wanted to say for later on in our conversation because we're going to get it to wrap ups and ratings. And when I
Yeah.
get to there, I'm going to say it. But like, did knowing their histories change how you saw either of them? Not really. I mean, like, again, you were introduced to Tyler earlier in the series, so you kind of knew a little bit about him. And then, like, Stella, you get a big, huge introduction.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Did Tyler's revenge plan make sense to you, or did you spend half the book thinking, dude, what are you doing?
I mean, I do think I've spent a lot of the time going, all right, like you just need to know who this dude is because obviously he's not a bad dude.
I think, yeah. I think that the revenge plot was very poorly thought out and executed on the author's part. But I think that's a fair criticism. I feel
Yeah.
like she needed something to be like to drive the plot and make Tyler do what he does and who he was. And I feel like it was kind of weak, in my opinion. I
Yeah.
mean,
Was
like,
there any dark moments that caught you off guard?
I think like when you found out the rest of Stella's history, that would be the only part that like caught me off guard, was like learning like why she like was the way she was. Why her life took such a drastic, excuse the pun, right-hand turn,
Yeah.
left-hand turn, and she went such a different direction than what she was raised to go, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does.
So, anyways. All right. Are we moving on?
Yeah, how about these nail rattles? Let's go. Wait. Can't tell if that's muted or not. Hit that again.
Reading.
Either way, we're doing our narrator ratings, which this is the best part because this is where we get to hear sound bites and quotes and all that good stuff. So, all right. So our narrators, I will put up some pictures again. If you don't want to know what the narrators of the audiobooks look like,
Don't look.
then maybe skip past this section.
Or close your eyes.
Close your eyes. You don't want to see these things. So the narrator for Tyler's voice was James Cassidy, which this is our standard placeholder photo when we cannot find pictures of narrators online, because there are some voice actors that definitely put a ton of work and effort into staying as anonymous as they possibly can.
Yeah.
So we have created their
Anonymous photo.
their anonymous faceless photo. So James Cassidy is a faceless narrator. And then we've got Tara Langella, which I believe she's narrated other books that we have talked about before. So she is familiar to us and she is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
She does Stella. And then we have Christopher Tester, who does additional narration and does AJ's voice. So we have a multiple cast situation going on, and they're all fabulous. I will say it now, I forgot to pull a sound for a quote for AJ so we could hear his voice, but
It's okay.
again.
So
So
let's play James.
should we play James? We'll put up our no narrator voice and we will play some James sounds.
Fucking creep.
Me or a mysterious voyeur?
Yes.
She said, taking the bait just like I knew she would. I squeezed her waist in warning. Behave, We're in public, and the rule is you're nice to me in public. Her eyes blazed with annoyance, but she stayed quiet. Good girl.
I had to put that in because the good girl factor. He's really good. I would love to hear more books by him. Like, he has got a
Yeah,
pleasant
he
voice
is
to
a nice
listen
voice
to.
to listen to for sure.
I'm trying to think. Okay, is he? I wonder if he's on quote 3. All right, then we will do the female narrator. I'll put up her picture, and we will do her sound.
He tossed his shirt aside and sat down, giving me a much-needed moment to compose myself. What was happening right now? I hated men. Unfortunately, I was also attracted to them against my will. He's a dick, I repeated to myself as I pulled on a pair of gloves and gathered my supplies. That mantra morphed into he has a dick when I turned back around and saw him leaning back, his gray sweat settled into place, perfectly framing what looked like a girthy cock. I wrenched my gaze away before I got caught.
I had to throw the picture up for the scene.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's a good one. But yeah, we've heard her a lot. And like I said, let's throw up some more quotes because there's some really funny ones with some banter going on. So I'm going to do a couple more.
Something low in my abdomen clenched at the sight of him, and if not for the audience, I would have turned into the old man from Family Guy and punched myself in the crotch, but instead of yelling, "Wake up, damn it," I'd be screaming, "I warned you what would happen if you started acting slutty again."
Like some of the it's just really good. Here it goes, one more.
Oh, like that pity orgasm you begged me to give you?
I did not. You were the one begging for it. Pervert.
What?
God damn it. Blake hadn't been speaking to me. He was still mad I'd taken on his debt. And I hadn't gotten a chance to tell him about my favorite new mom word, so of course I'd gone and blurted it to someone else. Nothing, I said.
Is that how Georgie pronounces it?
So Georgie
Yeah.
is Stella's mom.
And she's English.
She's from the UK, and her pronunciation of words is hilarious. And there's some really
Pivot.
great comments regarding like mom words.
Yeah,
so
I
that's a
love
fun part. All right, last quote.
He waggled his brows.
Impressed?
Only by your ego. A small, evil smile spread over his face.
The way your jaw fell when I took off my shirt makes me think otherwise.
Shit. He'd noticed. I lifted my eyes to his, and our gazes caught.
All right, now that we've heard some samples of our fabulous narrators, let's figure out what golden microphones they get. So how would you rate James Cassidy?
I think James did a great job in this role. I'd give him a 4 or 5 for sure.
A 4 or a 5? Which one?
Just give him a 5.
All right. Okay, so I'm very picky about my male narrators. He was good, but there were definitely like he didn't have a lot of nuance when he voiced. I'm trying to think if he voiced other characters or if he needed to. I don't remember. But either way, I'm gonna put him at 4.
Okay.
Like a 4.5-ish. So what would you give Stella? Or
I
not
like
Stella, Tara.
I like her. I'm going to give her a 4.
I'm going to give her a 4 as well. She's done so many books though. And I think she's done a lot of books. And she's been in other books that we've rated. All right. So overall, how would you rate the performances, like as the narration, as the book as a whole?
I think that's probably the only reason I kept reading the book.
So what did you give it, the book as a whole? The audiobook.
Narration, I give it a 4.
All right. So we're going to go with a 4. All right. Who worked better for you as their character? James as Tyler or Tara as Stella?
James is Tyler.
Okay. Do you have more reasoning behind that?
I just think Tara at some times sounded a little old, but her character is older in the book. So
I don't think it's that much older than Tyler.
yeah, I mean her voice just sounds a little older.
Oh, I know how that goes. We had that conversation in season 1 with
Oh yeah, what book was that?
How do you not Lessons in Sin?
Yes.
The guy that did was it Maximus?
Yes.
Father
Yes.
he sounded way too old for the character he was
Yeah,
playing.
that was a terrible casting.
I would, you know what? I actually kind of now, like thinking back, I kind of agree with you. Like her voice at some point sounds a little too mature for the character.
Yeah.
So I would agree with that.
Did hearing Tyler's actually make him hotter, or did he still spend half the book getting on your nerves?
Well, I mean, like I said, James Cassidy's voice is lovely to listen to, but the character he narrated, like I found out, I think you're supposed to find Tyler irritating in the book. Like I think that's why the brat dynamic works in the book like it does, because I think you're supposed to find his character really irritating.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
so yeah. What's one narrator who could read you absolutely anything and you'd still listen? Or would any of these narrators be in your top? Actually, I'm going to rephrase that. Would any of these narrators be in your top 5 male or female narrators?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
James isn't bad. I don't know
No,
if
I
I'd put
like
him in
his-
my. I
I
don't know
would
if I'd
put-
put him in my top 5. Maybe my
Yeah.
top 10.
yeah, maybe top 10 and Tara in my top 10 too, because I do listen to a lot of books. Actually, she has narrated, and I'm like, ugh, I can't stand listening to her.
No, her voice and his voice were both pleasant to listen to, but I would put him in my top 10, not my top 5.
Yeah, I'm with you on
So.
that. They're top 10s.
Okay. Should we hit the tropes?
Yeah, let's move
All
on.
right,
Oh,
let's
wait.
do.
Okay, let me just get ready here.
What are you getting ready for? Is there something happening that I need to know about?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Chin.
Because I muted all those because of the situation, and then we had to unmute.
Now
them.
is it even playing our voiceover? Poor voiceover man.
Prima Pinata.
In the description box.
All right.
Let's hit our tropes.
So main tropes in this one is obviously the blackmail, the fake dating, enemies to lovers, and he falls first.
As well as morally gray male main character, femme don brat dynamic, caretaking, and
Yeah.
a little bit of why choose poly romance. I was right. It was poly.
Yeah. There you go.
Sweet. All right, let's go over some of the tension. Wait.
Yeah.
Go back up. What was your favorite trope? Like if you had to pick your 2 favorite tropes in the book, what were your 2 favorite tropes? I know people hate them, but like, welcome to the world of romance. Every romance novel has tropes in it, so we have to
mean,
talk about them.
Maybe he falls first. For this book, maybe the he falls first and the caretaking. That's what I'm picking.
Because of the softer moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I had to pick the 2 tropes, I would say I'll give the femme don brat thing
Okay.
a
I like it. I like it.
just because it's different and new. And the blackmail is kind of weak in my opinion, so I'll go with the throuple situation.
Oh, all right.
Well, just because it was different.
Yeah, no, I like it.
So that's what I would give more of, like the top tropes. I mean, and the fake dating. Fake dating is up there too.
Yeah.
They pulled that off for a little while before it became real dating.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, let's hit that tension.
So the tension came from Tyler because he's supposed to use Stella, not fall for her, and that didn't go well. But their banter and their power struggle keep giving us tension and building up on those key moments in the book.
Yep, and Stella refuses to let Tyler have all the control, and AJ brings a little bit of history and another layer of attraction to the group. So, I mean, there's also the tension between, like, during the whole blackmail fake dating thing, you've got Tyler blackmailing Stella to get into her circle of people through her family connections to get to his dad, or who he thinks is his bio dad, so he can enact his revenge on him from abandoning him and his mom.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole like revenge plot in a nutshell. And like I said, So,
Yeah.
all right, we already went over our top tropes.
Yeah, we did.
So who created more tension in the relationship for you? Was it Tyler or was it Stella?
Stella.
Okay, you can't just give one word answers. You have to give a little bit of explanation.
I think Stella because she wasn't into it at first, but I mean, because Tyler fell first. He fell in love with her as he was supposed to like hate her because he really realized she was actually a good person. But he didn't really
Yeah,
give a lot to her, so she didn't. She doesn't really know who Tyler is until later.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Like, it was definitely like Tyler definitely created all the tension. Like, the whole reason the relationship even existed is because Tyler blackmailed her.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
We
did
kinda
the
already went over
femdom?
that.
Yeah, you already said the femdom brat dynamic kind of did it for you in this one because it
Well,
was different.
it surprised me because it was different.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, obviously that was a quick segment. So put down in your comments what your top trope was in this book. Like, we'd love to hear from
Yeah.
you. Please comment, like, and share. Like, we need to know, like, what did you think of the book? Like, this is a new one. And again, I think it's the last one in the trilogy. So, yep. All right. We ready?
Hit it.
Let's hit that final stuff.
And ratings.
All right.
So
Let's wrap it up again. So we gave the spice overall in this book. What did we give it?
a 3.
We gave the 3 to the spice, and we
2
definitely went over it.
2 to the darkness.
2 to the third one tried to jump in there,
Ooh,
and I
watch
didn't
out.
let it. Rejection.
4 on the narration.
And 4 on the narration. So
Overall,
how would you rate this book in general? As an overall read, I've got thoughts.
like a 3.
I need to get stars to go along up here.
Yeah.
That's because look at, so if we give the spice our 3, so we've got this whole section is
We need
open
to
for
put
the
stars.
stars. We need to put the stars up there. All
I'd
right.
give it a 3-star. How did you feel about this book overall?
Oh, I've got thoughts. All right.
All right, get on your podium here with your
Do I
cam.
need to like do some camera action?
Yeah.
It's hard to be the producer and the talent at the same time.
Oh man.
All right, so this is what I thought about the book. I think overall the universe is fantastic. Fantastic. I think Navessa Allen put a lot of work into creating a very robust universe with 3 fantastic couples that I absolutely loved reading about in every book. And I think this is a fair criticism. I'm not like trying to drag her, but I think that she tried to get this book out quickly to capitalize on the popularity of the series itself and the book talkness of it, to where I feel like this book came out so quick. I feel like it was rushed. It felt rushed when I read it. Like I said, the revenge plot seemed a little shallow and weak. I think it could have had a little bit more in-depth stuff, maybe a little bit more intertwining into Stella's family. It was, I don't know. Out of all 3 books, this one was the weakest for me personally. I think that Navessa is a great and talented author, and I just don't think this was her best work. I think this one was her rushed work out of the series, and that's just my opinion. So if I had to rate all 3 books, I'd rate Lights Out the best, book 2 is second best, and book 3 third, to the point where I will reread book 1 and 2. I don't ever feel the need to reread Tyler and Stella's story. I just didn't find it that interesting overall. So now that the focus has been on me, what do you think?
I mean, I feel the same way. I felt after I was done reading, I was like, oh man, that was really rushed. I feel like she rushed through the book. I think the characters together are great. And I wish it was a little more in depth. I think it could have been better.
Yeah, so like overall, it felt,
And I love her
it felt
books.
very surface level.
Yeah.
It felt very shallow. Like
Yeah.
the spicy scenes were written really well. Like I never felt lost as to like what's happening, who's going where, body parts flying everywhere, that kind of thing. But like overall, the story and the plot of it felt very shallow and surface level. Like she didn't put as much
thought into it as her other 2 books.
exactly.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
And I think that's a fair criticism. It's not a bad book. It's just my overall star rating, I would give it like a 2.5 to a 3.
Okay.
Like it was fine, but I personally I would probably rate it a 2.5, because anything under a 3 I usually don't reread, and I probably wouldn't reread this one.
That's fair.
So
I think that's a fair rating.
I think so
Everybody
too.
has the rights to their opinions.
All right. So,
Who would this be good for, though?
this book would be fantastic if you love some fun banter, some morally gray men and strong women, that dom brat dynamic, and that why choose poly romance
Ish.
spice in there with a little bit of revenge and forced dating. But who might not like this book?
People that would not like this book. If you want your romance really, if you don't want your romance really dark or super spicy, I don't really think this is super spicy, but if you don't like that, if you don't like the blackmail or coercion,
No. If
What?
you read,
If you-
who doesn't want to read this
Yeah.
book is if you like really dark and super spicy, then this is not the book for you because
Right,
it's
that's what-
neither.
yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, well, it didn't come out that way.
Oh, yeah. If you don't like blackmail or coercion, this is not a hard no, but it's a no. If you don't like that femdom, BDSM, maybe this isn't the right book for you. If you prefer traditional 2-person HEA,
Happily ever after.
oh,
You got to remember your acronyms.
this isn't the book for you.
Yeah. Yep. Did this book land where you expected it to when we started?
Oh, you're gonna read those?
Yeah.
No, it did not land where I expected it to land. Again, I thought at the end when I was finished, I was like, ugh, that could have been better. I felt like Navessa rushed that.
Felt unsatisfied?
Not unsatisfied, just I'm like, it just felt rushed. That's how it felt for me.
Yeah. I also feel like she, in my opinion, I felt she left it with such a soft ending that it left it open that if she wanted to expand it from a trilogy into an actual series, she could and create more characters.
Yeah, or blend them all together.
Yeah,
in a
like
book together.
write another like maybe 4th or 5th book where like there's like different combinations of the couples with different stories intertwined. So
Yeah.
who ended up being your favorite character?
Stella.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think Stella was good. Or her mom.
What's the one thing you're gonna remember about this book in 6 months from now?
Oh, I shouldn't answer that question because it's probably going to be negative. I don't. Honestly,
You don't have to.
No, I mean I'll answer it. It's like, again, I think we haven't given a horrible review to this book. It's just for me, like I'm not going to remember this book in 6 months. This is a book that if I ever want to look at it, I'm going to pull out my book journal or my reading journal. I'm going to look at what I wrote for my feelings about the book and whether or not I like what stars I gave it because I write this all down. And I'm going to look at it and go, oh, would I reread this? And I'm going to answer, I'll have it answered in that my book journal of
Yeah.
not to reread it. But I'll already know that. Usually books that I'm not a huge fan of, I already know that I won't reread. But
That's
it was fine. It wasn't bad though. Just a little disappointing.
yeah.
So
All
right. Here we go. We're almost done. It's almost over. Oh, before we end, hold on. There's one picture that I found when I was searching the internet for some images for our podcast that I really loved, and it kind of brings the universe together. It's all 3 women from all 3 books. I just thought this was so much fun. Again, shout out to the artists. They will be linked in the description box. Their IGs will be linked. But I just thought this was so fun that it had all 3 female characters. I looked everywhere to see if I could find one that was like all 3 dudes and like one with them all together, but I couldn't find it. But I thought this was a ton of fun. So I just had to throw that up there because I really liked it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Of Sisterhood of the Steamy Reads.
Well, that's a wrap on Tyler and Stella and AJ and a revenge plan gone sideways. A fake relationship that got way too real and a bratty man who finally met his match.
That's what she said.
Okay.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. We didn't have any wee woos in this episode.
I know.
This one was just.
Keep going.
I know. All right. So next episode, we're diving into a subscriber request, Insatiable by Lee Rivers, book 1 of the Edge of Darkness trilogy. We're talking obsession, revenge, secrets a relationship that takes it's complicated to a whole
Yeah.
different level. Like there's going to be some trigger warnings in this one because Game On was just our warm up, and the next episode is going to be a wild ride. And if you're like, again, we're like edging you into the darker ones apparently because
Yeah.
it just keeps getting darker.
Gonna keep getting darker from here.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So make sure you subscribe on our YouTube at the Sisterhood of the Steamy Reads and come hang out with us on TikTok at the Steamy Sisterhood.
And if you're watching on YouTube, hit that hype button, drop us a comment, and give the episode a like. It's free.
Free, free, free.
It's free.
And it helps us find more people to join our sisterhood.
Yep, because here, love isn't always healthy, but it's usually hot.
Always hot.
All right, everybody. It was great having you along for the ride. I can't wait to see you again for the next episode because it's going to be a dark one.
Yes.
So I
Have a
guess
good night.
keep those subscriber requests coming, like, comment, share, and we'll catch you later.
Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.